Mother agency officially sent me the contract and everything, so I'm just like, it's been a long time. You can see here. So I just received my agency packet and my official contract. Super excited. I just woke up to an email. If you guys haven't, I don't think I shared this with you guys on my channel, but I got offered a contract from the agency. And because of COVID, it slowed things down. A lot of you who know me personally know that I'm crazy. They set me up with a professional, it was a 10-week acting coaching program, and very intimate, very small. And my 2 acting coaches, I haven't seen them all over TV. I'm like, y'all are acting coaches. Hold on. Acting class just so that it wasn't solely an acting class, it was an acting program to really see where I was, to see how serious you take it. They grade you on punctuality, they grade you on participation, and pretty much like how you carry yourself, how you represent yourself, because you're going to be represented by an agency. And when I say that, I learned so much. I'll leave a video right here of some things that I was taught in my acting classes for the program. And long story short, the highest grade that you can get is a grade 1. And let me show y'all my final grades for this program. And I'm just super excited because now the one thing that I had to do to complete was my acting program, which is already completed. And my agency, my mother agency, officially sent me the contract and everything. So I'm just like, it's been a long time. So I got my contract, and now we're about to put in that work. And now my agency, my mother agent, is gonna begin the process of submitting me and placing me with one of the top head honcho agencies. And I'm just super excited and so grateful because I'm 28 years old, y'all, and I have gotten so many doors closed. I knew that I wanted to really work and bust my behind to get to where I'm at. Did not take the easy way out, and I just continue to have my faith with God. And now look, 28 years old, just now getting signed to an internationally reputable agency as a mother agent. So it's about to be lit. So I'm gonna be doing modeling and acting, and I just feel like everything happens for a reason. Timing is everything. And yeah, so I was the oldest in my acting class. It was only like 6 or 7 of us. And let me show y'all my grades, y'all. My final grades. You can see here, front desk. I have agency orientation. Hey, Boo Boo Kitties. Hey, boo, hey. What's good, y'all? It's the girl with the guy's name, 5'4" head gang. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm here to help you how to edit, flex, and slay. But we don't call it the iPhone, we call it the pocket camera. Before we get into this video, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, make sure that you hit this like button, and make sure that you are part of the notification squad, gang, so you never miss an upload. And as promised, if you guys see my last upload, I pretty much did I'm looking at the screen, a boss lady entrepreneur life on how I personally made my first $100 in 24 hours. And now, as promised, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make, or how I personally made my first $1,000. I made over $1,000 within 24 hours when I really took my business seriously. And I'm going to show you guys what I actually did to achieve this goal within 24 hours while my website was still down. So let's get into this video. So throughout this video, y'all gonna have to bear with me because I cannot find a piece to my little tripod, and I'm actually waiting for my new tripod to come because I have another one, but the leg of it kind of broke. I have 2 of these. I can't find the other one, and I can't find my piece here. So I'm gonna have to hold my phone as such. But yes, so we're just gonna hop right into this video. Make sure that you have your little pen and paper because we're gonna be taking down some notes, honey. Because I'm gonna be showing you guys and being very transparent on how I achieved my goal of making over $1,000 or $1,000. The cap was $1,000 within 24 hours, and how I over exceeded this goal solely with my YouTube coaching services. This wasn't any of my online products that I'm launching. This wasn't any from any of my YouTube intros. This was solely off of my YouTube mentorship coaching, because as I previously said in my last 2 videos, I'm going to be launching my Her Melanin Pocket Camera YouTube University that I'm super excited about. And yeah, a lot of people were anticipating for the university to open. They didn't want to wait, so we decided to do a 6-week one-on-one VIP YouTube mentorship coaching package, and pretty much the steps that I did on achieving my $1,000 goal within 24 hours. So let's get into this video. Okay, you guys, so right now what I'm doing, I just had another client. We were going to do a payment plan of 2 payments. So she just sent me the other payment, so I'm about to make her a receipt. And again, as I stated, I was able to meet this solely with my YouTube mentorship program, and I believe probably with 1 intro, but the vast majority was just from my 6-week YouTube mentorship program. For those of you who don't know, I go by Her Melanin Pocket Camera YouTube Coach, where I teach new melanin content creators as well as beginner existing content creators on how to edit, how to flex, and how to slay, and really how to just launch your YouTube channel utilizing the platform of YouTube to create an entire business solely off of your iPhone. I know that when I first started, it took me a substantial amount of time to really get work so that I can get my equipment and my editing software, but not everyone has it that easy. So I personally wanted to start my business because I really wanted to show female melanin content creators that even on a budget, you can start your businesses. Even on a budget, you can use what you have. And I'll show you guys one of my YouTube testimonials here.
My biggest breakthrough working with Ryan is that I can do so much with what I already had. So there's so much pressure on Instagram or just online in general to really have high quality things, images, videos. And I thought that, you know, in order to have those high quality things, I needed to have a lot of money, needed to have the equipment, the cameras, the lighting. Like, I needed all this stuff. But Ryan has taught me that I can be like resourceful with what I have. Like, I can create high quality photos, videos with my phone and some natural lighting. So my biggest breakthrough is that Ryan has just taught me to be so resourceful. What I love most about working with Ryan is that she's so fun. Like, her personality is just larger than life. Like, she just makes me feel so good about myself. She really has helped boost my confidence in front of the camera and also behind the camera. That is just the type of person she is. Like, her energy, her vibe, like, she's just so amazing. And so when you work with her, like, that amazingness is gonna have to rub off on you. If you are looking to work with Ryan, I would say do it for sure. Like, today. You're going to get an amazing experience. Like, Ryan is super passionate and is very, like, she's so talented that the quality of work that you're going to get is amazing. The amount of attention that you'll get will be super amazing. So you're going to learn a ton of things from her, and she's just really going to help bring your work or your brand to the next level.
From my boo Michelle, my YouTube mentorship program, the 6 weeks is $222 for VIP. And a lot of people tell me, oh, why you I had actually like 3 clients tell me that I should be pricing my coaching packages higher for my 6-week YouTube mentorship. And personally, I know that. Thank you though. I appreciate it. But I personally know that. But again, my intent, I don't want to just pretty much, I have an intent and I have a purpose. And my intent is to truly help a woman on a budget. And for me, pricing certain packages, because I do have other packages that are high ticketed packages. Now, I did want to, I personally wanted to create a package that was affordable, that was packed with valuable content, right? So a lot of my clients would tell me, oh, $222 for 6 weeks, the YouTube mentorship coaching program, that's one-on-one. And for me, it's like, anyone who knows me personally, my birthday is 111. My angel numbers are 111. So for me, it was a matter of 111 times 2, and that's 222, which is why I priced that, because I do everything in my business with anything that I always recommend. This is a huge, this is what I used to do a lot. One thing that I always recommend, make sure that when you're sending emails, you triple check. It's nothing like coaching someone and someone hiring you and paying their hard-earned money, and you have so many grammatical errors and such in your email. You want to make sure that you take your time with these emails. You want to make sure, even if it's a small email, just a greeting, if it's a confirmation, you want to make sure that you double, triple, quadruple check your emails, because you want to come off as professional as possible. You want people to take yourself seriously. You don't expect an email from Target or another huge brand to have so many typos. So even if you're typing from your phone, you want to make sure that you always double check. Even if you're in a rush to sending, take that extra time just to check that everything is a go and copacetic. And over to my Facebook group. This is my lovely ladies, pocket camera coach, pocket camera YouTube bosses. And pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to be posting some content in my group. I'm also following other Facebook groups aside from my own personal group that I've created. I actually have 2 groups. So I'm going to go back to my groups that I'm following. This is my second Facebook group. Well, this was my very first Facebook group. It was Picture Perfect You, teaching people about behind the lens and in front of the lens. And then I ended up making a second group, entirely new. At first it was called Women Content Creators on a Budget. Then I changed it to Black Women Content Creators on a Budget. And now we've niched down even further to have pocket camera boss. I have a number of groups that I follow, from YouTube groups, Melanin Queens and YouTube groups, as well as business Facebook pages to help to just network and things like that. And pretty much what I do is I just engage in these groups and really post flyers that I create myself in Canva, which is another great tool that you can use for free. If you haven't yet, I highly recommend utilizing Canva Pro, because you have access to so much. But usually what I do is I'm always creating some type of visibility, whether it's on my personal social media page, whether it's on a group, or whether it's in my own Facebook group. And for me, like I said, the importance of really reaching people is to be consistent and to consistently show up. I mentioned before in the last video, pretty much that I have a email list, which is Active Campaign, and that is where I usually distribute the vast majority of my content and what's coming up. So I let a lot of people know, hey, people were inquiring, because something else that I learned too, if you are having a holiday sale or Black Friday sale or whatever the case may be, don't wait until the day of or the day before or 2 days before. You want to create that momentum with potential clients. Now, I am launching my Her Melanin Pocket Camera YouTube University during the month of September. I was making this announcement since July, August. So I was letting everybody know a month beforehand about this university opening up, right? Now, some people didn't want to wait, and some people didn't even know the price at all. Now, they still don't know the enrollment price, but I do have my packages on my VIP YouTube one-on-one for 6 weeks. Now, a lot of people were inquiring, hey, when does your YouTube University pocket camera start for YouTubers on a budget with their pocket cameras to launch their YouTube from scratch and have a lit, flea, flexy, fire, wavy channel? A lot of people was writing to me basically asking me, hey, do you have any video classes available now? Hey, do you have any coaching packages now? Because I was promoting my launch a month, almost 2 months in advance. So I already was creating the momentum, consistently posting, consistently showing up and being visible. Even if I felt like I was repeating myself, I did not care. People would block me, people would unfriend me because I was posting so much about my university, where I was creating that momentum. So the clients that I do have now, I would say that had I not posted in a substantial time frame, which I did, I would not have gotten the response that I've gotten, because I had to learn the hard way. There were a lot of scenarios where I would literally launch or promote something the day of, and it's like people sometimes need time. People have bills. People don't have the time to necessarily just dish out a wad of X amount of dollars, So it's like, oh, they cut this in mind. September, this university is going to open. And I intentionally didn't set a date because, again, what I learned in my business, making a lot of announcements, some things may come up. And for those of you who've been asking, I was supposed to launch my pocket camera ring lights, right? But because of COVID, I had to wait for that factory to begin to distribute my particular products again. So I had to go with another vendor who, by the grace of God, has access to the same factory that was creating my original pieces. She actually is going to give me something that is great quality as well, but it's not exactly what I was asking for until I'll be able to get my products distributed. But once again, because I made this announcement and bought sample inventory and made a YouTube video about it, people was already expecting it. So don't set yourself up for failure in that way. Don't make any announcements. When you have everything already lined up, make the announcement. Don't make the announcement of, I'm about to start a lip gloss line. No, sis. Make that announcement after you've gone through the process of discovering your vendor, which vendor works for you, after you receive the samples, after you've already had your business cards, after you've already gotten your thank you cards, your custom packages, after you have your lip gloss and everything is a go, then you make that announcement. I had to learn the hard way, because I would make announcements during the process, even though I already knew that I was going to execute what I set my mind and heart to. Things happen, life happens, COVID happened, and that really put a bump in launching my pocket camera ring lights, and it's still on its way, okay? But like I said, I haven't mentioned it at all, because until I get certain things in order, then I'm gonna make that announcement, and etc., etc. So yeah, I said that to say, don't make any announcements until you have everything set up and things like that. You want to set yourself up for success. You want to make sure that when you do make that announcement, people will be so interested in what you're selling. Oh my gosh, so-and-so is releasing a lip gloss. Can I get it right now? Okay, I got the money to buy it right now. Say if you haven't launched yet, but you made the announcement that you're about to launch, or that you're launching in blah, blah, blah. Something might come up because you announced it before you had everything, before you had all your ducks in a row. So then you have potential customers that are waiting on the specific day, and then something comes up because you kind of put your foot in your mouth, where it's like, dang, okay, you could have potentially missed out on customers and on money. And you want to have a good reputation when you are verbally making announcements. You don't want to be that entrepreneur that makes announcements and then you don't hear anything about this launch or whatever the case may be. I know that there's one YouTuber that had a product in stock, and then she didn't have this product in stock anymore, and then the idea of this kind of dissipated and nothing else was said about it. So it doesn't look good business wise. It's like when people are exchanging their money with you, their hard-earned money, you want to be able to build trust, right? Because without trust, you don't have a tribe. So I had to learn the hard way, because like I said, I would always be so excited, and I'll be in the process of launching, and for some reason something would always come up. So it got to a point where I was just like, I need to protect my energy, I need to protect my goals, sure that my little goals that I write around, like right here, I'm not trying to show it, or like as big as they are, I'm not trying to, I just want to protect my energy and protect my goals, okay? Because the only person that has control of those goals, I want to have sole control of those goals. I don't want to put my goals out there and somebody else try to create a contract with the universe to repel what I'm trying to manifest in real end. Baby girl, you don't have that power. No, because God is on my side, and I manifest everything in my life, and I will get it anyway, okay? So pretty much, yes. Another thing, I made sure to have a planner or a guide, and I found that anytime that I wanted to launch, the way that I was able to reach a goal is by having a plan, having a marketing plan. And like I said in my last Boss Lady Entrepreneur Life, I made sure that I wrote down my goals and I broke them down. So I did the same exact thing when it came to my YouTube coaching package. I was just like, you know what? I've coached students in the past. I've coached students one-on-one in person. I told you guys before that one of my clients named Chris Brown, her name is Christina Brown, not the actual Chris Brown, but she's a Harvard graduate. She's one of my students where I taught her how to edit, and we did one-on-one YouTube coaching. Another client that I have, Danielle McCoy, she's an attorney. Unbelievable, like college dropout here. You know what I'm saying? I say that to say nothing is impossible. Impossible says I'm possible. You know, a Harvard graduate and an attorney wants to hire me because my niche is YouTube. So don't feel that, okay, I don't have the necessary credentials. What do you do that you enjoy, that you are good at? But just like I said in my last video, your marketing plan, you want to be able to write things down. Especially when it comes to your business, you want to have things in order. You want to be able to organize. And I'm actually going to put a scientific fact that was actually proven, where a couple of students actually wrote down their goals, and that percentage, and that small percentage of students who wrote down their goals, is something about writing down your goals and visually seeing them and embedding them in the back of your subconscious and allowing yourself to work towards those goals. You want your subconscious to work for you opposed to against you. And a lot of the times we don't realize that our subconscious works against us because we've adopted those limited beliefs of those who were around us during our childhood, during our adolescent years, during the years where we were forming into an adult, and really learning who we are and your power, and not being told who you are and what you can and cannot do, right? So writing down your goals, planning ahead, making sure that you have a quick recovery. Now, I know a lot of the times that I make these videos or whatever the case may be, it's like you see the numbers. I don't get that every single day. I don't get that every single 24 hours. It fluctuates, you know, and I feel like a lot of people look at entrepreneur life and they're like, oh my gosh, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do that. When I used to work as a server, you know how happy I was. This is before I started working for myself. Like when I quit, I was so happy. Whenever I had an issue, I would try to delegate the issue as best possible. Then I'll be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a manager because now it's on you. And then those managers had to go to their supervisors. Those supervisors have to answer to corporate, and then corporate has to answer to the owner, whatever. So imagine being just the owner, all of that pressure. And I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that you have to fail in your business at some point, because failure is what's going to propel you, and failure is what's going to prepare you and propel you into the direction that you need to go. Now, there's a lot of road bumps that I've experienced and had to go over, so many adversities and challenges that came in my way during my entrepreneurship when I started in 2016. But had those experiences not happened, when it did reoccur, I knew what to do, and I made sure that it didn't happen again. You get what I'm saying? That's like when you are cooking for the first time and you mess up, you have to fail so that you can know what not to do and what to do. So it's like, okay, you know what, now I know when I put this water and this and the butter and the oil, I'm gonna make sure that I put this at low heat instead of doing this because I burnt myself. So it's like kind of like the same thought process, the same concept. You're gonna burn yourself, you're going to experience failure in the entrepreneurship or whatever the case may be. It is an emotional roller coaster. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like the more successful I am in my business, I find myself having like more anxiety when I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be happier, because it's like, oh my gosh, okay, I have this, like, I have even more of a responsibility on me because it's like my brand is growing and I have not the fate of people's YouTube channel, but it's like they're putting their YouTube channels in my hands and I want to be able to treat it and as if it's my own, you know. But yeah, really making sure that I write down my goals. I write down every single goal. I break down the numbers. I'll even write it 3 times in a day just so that I can consistently see it. Kind of like when a kid is on punishment and you, like Bart Simpson when he was writing on a chalkboard over and over and over and over. It's like that. It's like it's okay to rewrite certain things, but it's just having a visual of certain things is imperative. So making sure that you have a marketing plan, making sure that you plan ahead, making sure that you actually don't make any announcements beforehand. So I had to learn the hard way. And making sure that when you do launch, you want to let your customers and the world know ahead of time. I'm talking about 30 to 45 days ahead of time, even if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be necessarily that much time in between you announcing, in between your launch date and your announcement, but I highly recommend doing at least weeks ahead so that people can build that momentum. So that's something that I really did, and I love writing down my things because it's like, honey child, I need to reach these goals with me, girl. Stay cute. I have some things coming up that I cannot wait to share with you guys, but like I said, throwing it away. So earlier today, I had some seafood. I had some crab legs, some corn, some potatoes, and I'm about to eat a salad with some bread before I make dinner. And then I'm going to record another video class for a channel banner art that I have to send to another student, because when you do my 6-week one-on-one YouTube mentorship program, you have the choice to either do it self-paced or you can do it self-paced or you can do it live. So I have a couple live classes scheduled. Again, that comes with the packages. You also get your intro, outro, and channel banner art. Every single channel I really customize and go in as if it's my own and really break down, okay, the niching, what are we going to focus on, the focal points, weaknesses, how many views are you getting. We set up a goal to, okay, where do you see yourself at the end of these 6 weeks, and every week I have a follow-up private call with each of my clients to make sure that everything is copacetic, make sure that they're okay with everything, because it could be overwhelming because you get so much. And if any of you guys are interested in my YouTube coaching packages where I teach you how to edit, where I teach you everything that I do on my channel, I teach you with your own channel. If you're just starting out, all in your pocket camera, I'll leave my email down below where you can reach out to me, where you can shoot me an email. My 6-week YouTube one-on-one coaching sessions for the melanin content creator on a budget. We welcome all walks of life and all ethnicities. No discrimination over here. I just want to stress it because it's not a lot of I would like to have had or known of coaches before my amazing coach Tracy Timberlake. I feel that I love seeing more melanin coaches, so I want to encourage melanin content creators that this is a safe place for them. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, you can go down below and just shoot me your email. It's my 6-week YouTube one-on-one VIP YouTube mentorship coaching package. It is $222 because my angel numbers and my birthday is 111, so everything is with intent. And I do have other high ticketed coaching sessions where I actually teach you how to set up your emailing list. I teach you how to set up pretty much everything that I've done, pretty much. And I'm also gonna have a segment in my Her Melanin Pocket Camera YouTube University when it does launch. It's gonna be kind of like an undergraduate situation where you can learn how to do your whole business things and things like that of that sort. But yes, so I'm about to eat this salad before I work on this video class and send these classes out that I'm also record. For one of the students this week is thumbnails and channel banner art, so I have to send her 4 classes. I just have to send her 1 more class because all the other classes are already sent out. Tomorrow starts the new week, so I have to send out a number of classes. So today's gonna be pretty busy, but yes, it's like my 4th time eating today, y'all. I eat a lot, okay, and it goes to my forehead and to my boobs. Because he did a payment plan. It's $222. I'm doing, like I said, I'm about to create a receipt. So I'm about to create a receipt because one of my clients paid their first $111. These are the vast majority of my clients. A lot of clients are on different weeks. For example, I have this my YouTube couple, they're on week 4. Erica's on week 2. Diamond, another one of my clients, she just got her orientation package, and she just started her week 1. These are for some outros that I had, another video class that I had to reschedule. And yeah, so everybody's on a different part of their classes. This is because, like I said, and therefore they booked me for my YouTube mentor one-on-one VIP coaching session. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to drag and drop Erica's receipt